I'm live? Am I live? YouTube says I'm live. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cool Moments. This is Carrie. I just wanted to do a live stream about Rubik's Cubes. Okay. So this particular cube that I have today is accessible. So somebody who is totally blind can solve this cube. I have had a Rubik's Cube since I was younger, and I was very frustrated at not being able to solve it when I was younger. And I would kind of solve the white face, and I'd be so happy that I solved one side. But a lot of the time, the colors on the sides wouldn't really match because one of the big things about cubing is it's not just about one side. You have to match all the different sides. And it's not just about getting the color right on one face. Instead of thinking about this as being six sides, you have to think about this as being different pieces, different cubes. So there are some that have three sides and some that have two sides, and then they have to match the other sides. I'm terrible. I'm just learning right now, but I really wanted to show off this really cool cube because this is on Amazon. The link is down in the description if you're interested, and it's only about $10, and it's accessible. So the white face is just flat and smooth, and then the blue face just feels like a bubble, and then the yellow face feels like a star. It's very, very distinctive. And then the red face reminds me of a flower. There's like a little flat part, and then there's like these raised ridges that's a circle around it. And then there's also where is it? Okay, the green side, which feels like a square gem. And then there is where's the orange side? Where's the orange side? Okay, there we go. The orange side feels like a gem with multi facets. Like, it doesn't feel like the green one, even though they both feel like gems. This one, I've been told, is in the shape of a heart. It's very hard to feel if it's heart shaped. Like, if I really feel it a lot, maybe I can kind of feel it. But when you're trying to solve a cube, you just kind of feel that it's a textured gem side as opposed to the green side, which is like a square gem. So I just love this cube because of how accessible it is. But the thing is, it's not the best cube because when you are turning it, it doesn't turn that smoothly, like, at all. Okay. So if you're a beginner and you're not going to try to be solving it really quickly, then this is a great cube. And I highly recommend it if you're trying to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube. It's really great. I'm also, well, I actually ordered a whole bunch of Rubik's Cubes. I can still see the colors, and honestly, a lot of the time, I kind of go by color, but when I'm trying to see what's on the opposite side, instead of having to rotate the whole cube, it's nice to be able to kind of feel what's on the back or what's on the bottom. And sometimes it's faster for me to actually feel it than to rotate the whole cube and look at it. Because one thing about speed cubers, which to me it's just absolutely insane, that people can solve Rubik's cubes in under 4 seconds. Like, the world record right now is 3 seconds and a couple milliseconds, and that's just insane to me. But they have a really big advantage of being able to look ahead. And I wish I could just say they have in competitions, apparently there's this thing where people have to solve blindfolded, but the thing is, they have the cube scrambled up and then they get to look at it, and then basically they memorize it. And think about how to turn all of the all the algorithms and like turn it to solve it. But I wish I could give them one like this and have them blindfolded, not give them time to inspect, and then have them solve it. And the thing with me that bothers me is they would probably still be able to solve it because like they're, I don't know what's wrong with their brains. They can just somehow do it. By the way, hi Willie, and hi Jared. It looks like it's already solved to me. Uh, I put a like. Thank you. Oh, my mic is clipping from time to time. Oh, sorry about that. I'm actually not using StreamYard, which is what I usually use. I'm using the YouTube webcam. Just try it out. Since this is just a Moments channel, um, I just wanted to see because I don't know how to add another YouTube channel. I don't know if I can to StreamYard. So I thought that that would be just a lot easier. So actually, you're right. It's actually currently solved. And the really cool thing is that um, the Rubik's it's not even Rubik's cube. Like Rubik's cube is like the original, like it's a brand, and those are actually really terrible. Like first of all, the colors are really dull. So even if you are low vision, it's hard to see them. They're really dark colors. Some of the like newer ones are really bright colors to help you like quickly identify them, which I really like. But they don't just come in a 3x3x3. Most people just say 3x3, but it's basically a 3x3x3. I actually also have, no, that's another 3x3, uh, something called a scube. It's a really cool cube, except I don't even know how to explain this. So it has it's still a cube form, and then you have a square in the middle, but it's twisted so that it's kind of more like a diamond. And then you have like 4 triangles in each corner, and it turns really funky. Like it's just really weird. And then I have a 2x2x3. So like at the top and bottom, it's like 4 squares, and then on the sides, it's 6 squares. So that one is also, it's actually pretty easy to solve. Um, Still takes me a long time though, way too long. Definitely over 3 seconds. Then we have the Dino cube. So it's still a cube, but there's like an X on each side. And so it's made up of 4 triangles on each side. And it's like when you turn it, it's like you're turning a triangle. So it's so hard to like describe this, but you can turn it 3 times. It's like a pyramid. Yeah, right. It's like if you cut the cube into like into pyramid shapes. I don't know how to describe it. That's terrible. Okay, let's move on. I also have this really this is called the Fisher cube. So imagine it's like a Rubik's cube, except that it can shapeshift, and it will make all sorts of different shapes. I'm not going to shuffle it right now because it's a lot of work to put together or to solve. At least for me, it takes me forever. Um, but like at the top, you kind of hold it. It looks like it has a double X. Like it has a double X if you hold it like a normal cube. It's pretty cool. And then I have, I forgot what this is called, but this is just even a crazier puzzle. It has kind of like this line across diagonally, and then it has like a triangle on it. So it can also like move in just like the weirdest ways. And I'm afraid of, um, you know, shuffling that one because I'm afraid I won't be able to put it back together. And then I have the Ivy cube. It looks like it has a little leaf cut out in the middle. This one is actually super easy to solve. It just has corner pieces and a middle piece. And let's see, what else do I have? I also have a 2x2x2. This one's easier than a Rubik's Cube in some ways, but yeah, it's also really cute. I have to admit that I went to Speedcube Shop, which is apparently all the Speedcuber YouTubers have like buy cubes off of there, and I bought like a 1x2x3 and a 3x3x2 and like all these cubes because I really wanted to try it. They also have one that it's kind of like a Rubik's Cube, but it has no colors. It's called the Mirror Cube. It has no colors and it's just like different sized rectangles. It's really cool. Hi Josh. Hello stranger. How many Rubik's Cubes do you have? More than the number of phones that I have. So I was actually right. I am also very surprised with how fast they can solve their cubes. Oh yes. Um I think that it's crazy, absolutely crazy, that like the cubing community. So I'm just gonna shuffle this particular one. This is the accessible one, and I'm sorry, it's probably like really loud. And I'm just gonna walk you guys through like how I solve it. And I still am a beginner. Like I can sometimes get a under 2 minute solve. That's as fast as I can go. Not very fast. So I have followed JPerm, and I recommend his videos, his tutorials. There's like a lot of tutorials out there, but like his is the easiest ones to get into. And one of these days, I really want to make a once I learn more about cubing and get better at it, I want to make like a full guide for people who are blind or visually impaired to like solve a cube. And so I'm just gonna try to solve this right now. And it's really dark, so this is gonna be really slow. So first I start off with the white center, and then I find the white edge pieces. So this piece right here is a white and red piece. So I'm going to bring that white edge piece to the top, and then I'm just going to turn it so that the red side of that edge piece also matches with the red center. And then I'm going to feel around this cube and find another white center. So this one here, I feel it, it's white and green. So what I'm going to do, just to make it easier on myself, this makes it longer, but it's easier. And so I put the white so that it's at the bottom, and then I turn it until it matches the green center here. And then I just do a 180-degree turn to make it go to the top. And now I have two edge pieces. And then the same thing with this white and blue piece. I'm going to match it up to this blue center and then flip it up to the top. Now I have three white pieces. And this is not a tutorial, by the way. I'm just kind of walking you guys through how I do it. One of these days, I'm really going to make a tutorial. So there I have the white cross. And then I'm going to do the corners. Again, this is like the beginner method. But this piece right here, this is a corner piece, and it's white and green and orange, or a white, square, and heart is like what I think about it. So we put it right above where it's supposed to go. And then there's like this move called the sexy move. It's just like a set of ways you turn the cube. So that's like R, U, R prime, U prime. It's just like turning the right away from you, turning the top, which is U, clockwise, and then turning the right back toward you, and then turning the top toward the left or counterclockwise. Like, and you just repeat those moves over and over again until it goes to where you want it to. So a lot of this is really just pattern recognition and learning the different algorithms. And I don't know, it's just really cool to me, and I'm fascinated by it. And actually, at this point, I'm just doing this completely, not even looking at it, because I'm kind of distracted with the chat. What are you guys saying? I am very surprised to hear that you have more Rubik's Cubes than phones. I think it's very impressive that you have solved any Rubik's Cubes. I've never managed to solve one myself. Oh, you know what? We should have like a master class for like people who are blind or visually impaired, like, and everybody should get this cube, and we can solve it together. That'd be really fun, actually. Okay, where is the last corner piece? Okay, here it is. I found it. It was hiding. Okay, so I've done the first layer. So at the bottom, it's all white, and then all of these bottom, like the bottom layer, is matching with their centers. And then I'm going to do the next step, which I forgot what it's called, because there's all these like crazy terminologies for cubing, which I'm still learning. Yeah. So I think I just wish that I could make like other cubes accessible too. So, like this particular one has tactile markings, but there's so many other like puzzles and things like that of like the pyramids, which looks like a pyramid, but it's like a cube, not a cube, a puzzle that you can solve, and like there is no accessible way of doing that. So I was kind of thinking like an ugly way of kind of solving the inaccessibility problem would probably be slapping some bump dots on it, but you know, I don't know, I don't like that idea because I feel like it's kind of ugly. I don't know if that's just me though. And so now I've got 2 layers done, and it's taking me a long time because apparently it's difficult to like talk while you're solving a cube, or at least that is for me. Like some people can do that and still be super fast, but me not so much apparently. Okay, so there's just also so many different like cases that you can get, that and you just have to like remember, like if it's this pattern, you have to do it this way. If it's this other pattern, you have to do it this other way. And yeah, I just wish that if I could get under a minute one day, that would be amazing for me. Like I would be happy with that, under a minute. There we go. And it took me way too long to solve that. But yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of get that out of my system and share this. And one of these days, I will share a completely accessible tutorial. And if somebody knows about a completely accessible tutorial, let me know so that I don't have to figure it out and make one. But that's pretty much it. I am going to go and practice algorithms. Goodbye. Okay, how do I stop the stream? I don't know how to use YouTube webcam. Ah, here it is.